AITA for rehoming the pets my mom got me for my birthday? I am 17 and a female. My birthday was 2 weeks ago and my mom got me 3 chinchillas. I had been saving up money through my job to buy my own supplies and chinchillas. I was surprised when my mom handed me the animals on my birthday. I was excited as they are a dream pet of mine. She gave them to me in a really small travel cage sorta thing. Think one of those really shitty hamster cages little kids keep their hamsters in. With the money I got for my birthday, including the money I had saved up, I had enough to get a multi-level cage and all the supplies and toys I would need, and still have around $100 or so left over. I didn't want to keep the chinchillas in the small cage they came with for long, so after checking over my budget won my time and clearing a space in my room, I told my mom I was heading to the pet store to grab a bigger cage and some supplies. My mom stopped me dead in my tracks and said I wasn't allowed to go. This started an argument between us. My mom was going about how she thought chinchillas only live a few months and she didn't want a huge stinky cage in her house, and how I was wasting my money on something that's probably not going to live that long. Since chinchillas are like a dream pet for me, I've done a lot of research about chinchilla care, and I kept telling her they live for around 10 years and need lots of room to play. But she kept saying, well, in the pet store they said they'd be fine in that cage I got you, or in the wild. They don't live that long, I'm sure they get eaten anyway. It got really frustrating for me since I want to be a responsible owner and care for the animals properly, but my mom kept insisting I was being overdramatic. Since I wasn't allowed to get the stuff I need for the chinchillas, I told my mom I was going to rehome them. She went off and called me dramatic, selfish, ungrateful, and rude. My dad came home later that day and told me I should apologize to my mom and keep my pets, that I was being unreasonable and acting like an asshole towards my mom. I refused to apologize to my mom and got into contact with a friend of mine who I know takes great care of her chinchillas and had an extra cage. I offered her the animals and she took them and paid me. I went home and tried to give the money to my mom to pay her back, and she got mad and called me an ass and said I was ungrateful and acting like a terrible daughter. Am I the ass for hurting my mom's feelings? NTA. The welfare of the animals was the top priority here. It seems like your mom forgot that these were living creatures and not toys. Even if they did only live a few months, they would have deserved to live those months in a comfortable environment. The fact that she didn't even bother to research them enough to learn how long they live and what kind of habitat they need before buying them for you makes her even more of ta. Your dad is also ta for siding with her on this. Also, a small cage would smell just as bad as a large one, if not worse, due to the animals being crammed together. NTA. Whoa. Your mom scares me a bit. NTA. Your mother is refusing to allow you to enrich their lives and provide proper housing for them. Your father is clearly not hearing the whole story, and since it's your money, she really can't stop you. But since she's trying to prevent you and everything else, do what you need to do to give them a good home. NTA. Your mother has no feelings other than pure selfishness. Your father is no better. Someone who abuses animals and who tries to force you to go along with it is a cold-hearted monster. And then she tried to guilt-trip you for refusing to participate. Don't feel guilty about her poor little fifis being hurt. Move out as soon as you are old enough. NTA. Not sure why in the world your mom thought they only lived a short time? That's truly bizarre. You did the right thing. No animals should be neglected. NTA. She went off and called me dramatic, selfish, ungrateful, and rude. Okay. My dad came home later that day and told me I should apologize to my mom and keep my pets, that I was being unreasonable and acting like an asshole towards my mom. I will not torture animals to make my mother happy. NTA. This reminds me that my boyfriend's mom bought a pug thinking they only lived a few years and asked us when he was going to die since he's already 10. You did what was right for the animals. Your mom should never buy pets again if she isn't going to actually take proper care of them. NTA. I would have told my mom that technically she could live in a closet, but that wouldn't be comfy. And she really isn't going to live that long, compared to say a mountain or tree. So really we shouldn't have a whole house for her to live in. But seriously, you put the safety and well-being of the defenseless animals first. Which was the humane thing to do. Wow. Does your mom do this often? Give a gift but be so controlling about it that it makes it impossible to enjoy? NTA. And thank goodness you are kind, responsible pet owner. Too bad your dad enables your mom. NTA. You are a responsible pet owner. I'm glad your friend was able to take them. Hope you can visit them often. NTA. You tried to correct some gross misinformation with your mother. Pet shop people don't know much about the animals they sell. Your mother should take your word since you know more. I've run in with the fluff balls myself. NTA. And you are the only adult in the room. Sorry. NTA. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Your mom is selfish and wants you to be neglectful to animals. Bletch. NTA. Always stand up against animal abuse. Well done. NTA. I run an exotic pet shelter and I thank you for being mature and responsible. Your mom. Well, that is another story. I hope you get chinchillas. The future. They are awesome pets. NTA. I normally don't like people getting rid of pets, but these circumstances are a little bit different. This wasn't your bad decision. It was your mother's. Your mom is a huge awe. A pet is a living animal and not an object. I'm sure that she wouldn't like to be confined to the bathroom for her entire life. NTA. Your mom is a terrible pet owner. NTA. At all. Years ago a family friend called me and told me they were at an exotic animal expo. They knew how much I loved hedgehogs and was about to buy one for me. I told them no way in heck could I have one right now. I have 3 kids, 2 large dogs. My husband and I work full-time. And I'm also finishing a degree. It would not be fair to the little hedgie. I'd be afraid to get it out of its enclosure. The thought hadn't even crossed their mind about how I would be able to care for it properly and what the animal's needs were. NTA. Your mother is a major asshole. NTA. Your parents are for not listening to you and I can't believe your mom thinks they can live in a small cage.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.